In the vast expanse of space, the human crew of the interstellar vessel, the Starbound Hope, embarked on a routine patrol mission. Little did they know that their journey would lead to an extraordinary encounter that would change the course of human-alien relations forever. As the ship's sensors swept the surrounding area, they picked up a faint distress signal emanating from a nearby sector. The crew, led by Mark, a seasoned space marine, immediately altered their course to investigate. As they approached the source of the signal, their advanced detection systems revealed a startling discovery: a life sign, weak but persistent, originating from what appeared to be the wreckage of an alien spacecraft. With a mix of excitement and caution, Mark and his team prepared to board the damaged vessel. They donned their protective suits and weapons, ready for any potential threats. As they entered the alien craft, the eerie silence was broken only by the sound of their own breathing and the occasional creak of metal. The team moved through the ship's winding corridors, their footsteps echoing off the alien walls. The interior was unlike anything they had encountered before, with strange symbols and technology that hinted at an advanced civilization. As they ventured deeper into the wreckage, the life sign grew stronger, guiding them towards their target. In a dimly lit chamber, they finally discovered the source of the distress signal. There, amidst the debris and flickering lights, lay an injured alien female. Mark's training kicked in immediately. He approached the alien, who they would later learn was named Lyanna, with a mixture of caution and compassion. Lyanna's appearance was both familiar and foreign, humanoid in form, but with distinct alien features that marked her as a member of the Karen species. Her body was covered in wounds, and it was clear that she needed immediate medical attention. Without hesitation, Mark sprang into action. He carefully assessed Lyanna's injuries and began administering emergency first aid. The rest of the team secured the area, keeping watch for any potential threats while Mark worked to stabilize the alien's condition. As Mark tended to Lyanna's wounds, a spark of understanding passed between them. Despite their obvious differences, there was a shared sense of vulnerability and trust. Lyanna's eyes, though alien in appearance, conveyed a mix of fear and gratitude that transcended species barriers. Realizing the delicate nature of their discovery, Mark made a split-second decision. They couldn't risk taking Lyanna back to their main base. The political implications could be disastrous. Instead, he decided to transport her to an abandoned bunker he knew of where she could recover in secret. As they carefully moved Lyanna to their ship, Mark couldn't help but feel that this encounter was the beginning of something much larger. The rescue of this alien girl was not just an act of compassion. It was a pivotal moment that would challenge the existing prejudices between humans and Karens, potentially reshaping the future of interspecies relations. The team's hearts raced with a mixture of excitement and apprehension as they prepared to depart with their unexpected passenger. They knew that their actions today would have far-reaching consequences, not just for themselves, but for humanity as a whole. As their ship disengaged from the wreckage and set course for the secret bunker, they couldn't help but wonder what adventures and challenges lay ahead in this newfound connection between their two species. The Secret Sanctuary. Dr. Elena Vane, a highly skilled physician with a background in family medicine, sprang into action as soon as Lyanna was brought to the secret bunker. Her experience in women's health and addiction medicine proved invaluable in this critical situation. Dr. Vane quickly assessed Lyanna's condition, drawing on her extensive medical training and experience as a chief medical officer. She recognized the urgency of the situation and immediately began to implement emergency medical procedures. Her innovative approach to patient care, honed through years of working in challenging environments, allowed her to adapt quickly to the unique physiology of her alien patient. The team worked tirelessly to stabilize Lyanna's condition. Dr. Vane utilized her knowledge of emergency medicine to address the most pressing issues first. She administered life-saving treatments, carefully monitoring Lyanna's vital signs and adjusting the care plan as needed. The doctor's experience in spearheading telemedicine services proved beneficial, as she was able to consult with off-site specialists to ensure the best possible care for her extraterrestrial patient. As the hours passed, Lyanna's condition began to improve. Dr. Vane's dedication and skill were evident as she worked around the clock, ensuring that every aspect of Lyanna's care was meticulously managed. The team's efforts paid off as Lyanna's vital signs slowly stabilized, giving them hope for her recovery. Despite their best efforts, the team faced significant communication barriers. Lyanna's alien physiology and language presented unique challenges that Dr. Vane and her team had to overcome. They relied heavily on nonverbal cues and improvised communication methods to understand Lyanna's needs and convey their intentions. Dr. Vane's experience in working with diverse populations and her commitment to decreasing linguistic and cultural barriers in healthcare proved invaluable. She employed various techniques to establish trust and understanding with Lyanna, including the use of simple gestures, facial expressions, and visual aids. The team also had to navigate the complex legal and ethical implications of treating an alien patient. They were acutely aware of the potential consequences of their actions, both in terms of intergalactic relations and Earth's laws regarding undocumented individuals seeking medical care. However, Dr. Vane remained steadfast in her commitment to providing the best possible care, regardless of Lyanna's origin or status. As Lyanna's condition continued to improve, the team began to consider the long-term implications of their actions. They knew that their decision to save this alien life could have far-reaching consequences for human-alien relations. Yet they remained focused on their immediate goal, ensuring Lyanna's survival and recovery. As Lyanna's condition stabilized, the human crew faced the challenge of bridging the gap between their two species. The process of building trust began with Lyanna's recovery, which served as a foundation for cultural exchange and the formation of a lasting bond. Dr. Elena Vane and her team worked tirelessly to ensure Lyanna's full recovery. Their dedication and innovative approach to patient care allowed them to adapt quickly to the unique physiology of their alien patient. As Lyanna regained her strength, she began to show signs of curiosity about her human saviors. The team's efforts to communicate with Lyanna during her recovery laid the groundwork for a deeper understanding and mutual respect between humans and Karens. This newfound connection held the potential to reshape the future of interspecies relations, fostering a sense of unity and cooperation that transcended the boundaries of space. Building trust. With Lyanna on the path to recovery, the human crew turned their attention to establishing a deeper connection with her. The initial communication barriers were slowly being overcome, and a sense of trust began to form. Dr. Vane took the lead in this delicate process, using her expertise in cultural sensitivity and communication to bridge the gap between their two species. Dr. Vane and her team introduced Lyanna to various aspects of human culture, carefully selecting elements that would be both interesting and comforting. They showed her images of Earth, explained human customs, and shared stories of their own experiences. Lyanna, in turn, began to open up about her people, the Karen, and their way of life. Through these exchanges, both sides gained a deeper appreciation for each other's perspectives. One evening, as Lyanna's health continued to improve, she expressed a desire to share something from her culture. With the help of the team's translation devices, she recounted tales of the Karen's rich history, their traditions, and the values they held dear. The crew listened intently, fascinated by the depth and beauty of her stories. These moments of shared storytelling became a crucial part of their daily routine, fostering a sense of camaraderie and mutual respect. As trust grew, so did the complexity of their interactions. Lyanna began to assist Dr. Vane and the crew with understanding Karen technology and medical practices. Her insights were invaluable, helping the team to provide even better care and ensuring that their efforts were as effective as possible. This collaboration marked a significant step forward in their relationship, demonstrating that cooperation between humans and Karens was not only possible but highly beneficial. Mark, the space marine who had first discovered Lyanna, took a special interest in her recovery. He spent hours talking with her, learning about her world and sharing stories of his own. Mark's straightforward and compassionate nature made it easy for Lyanna to trust him, and their bond grew stronger with each passing day. Their conversations often touched on deeper topics, such as the nature of conflict and the hope for a peaceful future. Despite the progress they were making, the team remained vigilant. They knew that their actions could have far-reaching consequences, and they were determined to handle the situation with the utmost care. Dr. Vane continued to monitor Lyanna's health closely, ensuring that she received the best possible care. The rest of the crew worked tirelessly to maintain their cover and ensure that their activities remained hidden from prying eyes. As the days turned into weeks, the bond between the humans and Lyanna solidified. The secret bunker became a place of learning and growth, where both sides could explore their similarities and differences in a safe and supportive environment. This period of mutual discovery was not without its challenges, but the team remained committed to their goal of building a lasting connection with Lyanna. The human crew's dedication to Lyanna's well-being did not go unnoticed. Despite the secrecy of their mission, rumors began to spread about a group of humans who had saved an alien life. These whispers reached the ears of those in positions of power, sparking both interest and concern. The crew knew that it was only a matter of time before their actions would come to light, and they prepared themselves for the inevitable fallout. The revelation. As the crew continued their efforts to build trust with Lyanna, the outside world began to take notice. News of the humans' rescue of an alien girl spread slowly but steadily, reaching the upper echelons of both human and Karen societies. The implications of this event were profound, and leaders on both sides began to contemplate the potential impact on interspecies relations. Back at the secret bunker, the team remained unaware of the growing attention their actions were attracting. They focused on Lyanna's recovery and their ongoing efforts to learn from each other. One morning, as the crew gathered for their daily briefing, Mark received a coded transmission from their home base. The message was brief but urgent. Their location had been compromised, and they needed to prepare for potential visitors. The crew's hearts raced as they processed the information. They had always known that their mission carried significant risks, but the reality of their situation now loomed large. Mark quickly devised a plan to secure the bunker and protect Lyanna. They fortified their defenses, set up monitoring equipment, and prepared for the possibility of a confrontation. Dr. Vane took Lyanna aside to explain the situation. Using their translation devices, she conveyed the urgency of the matter and reassured Lyanna that they would do everything in their power to keep her safe. Lyanna, though visibly shaken, expressed her gratitude and trust in the crew. She knew that her fate was now intertwined with theirs, and she was determined to help in any way she could. As the hours passed, tension in the bunker grew. The crew remained on high alert, ready to respond to any threat. Late in the afternoon, their sensors picked up an incoming ship. Mark and his team readied themselves, weapons at the ready, as the vessel approached. To their surprise, the ship bore the markings of a diplomatic envoy. The envoy, a distinguished human ambassador named Claire, disembarked with a small delegation. She approached the bunker with her hands raised in a gesture of peace. Mark and his team lowered their weapons but remained cautious. Claire explained that she had been sent by the human government to investigate the rumors and assess the situation. Inside the bunker, Claire met with Lyanna and the crew. The atmosphere was tense, but Claire's diplomatic skills quickly put everyone at ease. She listened to their story, asking questions and taking detailed notes. Claire was deeply moved by the crew's compassion and the bond they had formed with Lyanna. She recognized the potential for this event to be a turning point in human-Karen relations. After several hours of discussions, Claire proposed a solution. She suggested that Lyanna be officially introduced to human society as a symbol of goodwill and cooperation. This would require careful planning and coordination with both human and Karen authorities, but Claire was confident that it could be done. The crew agreed, seeing this as an opportunity to build on the trust they had established and pave the way for a brighter future. The next few days were a whirlwind of activity. Claire worked tirelessly to arrange the logistics of Lyanna's introduction, coordinating with both governments and ensuring that all necessary precautions were taken. The crew prepared Lyanna for the journey, helping her to understand what to expect and providing support every step of the way. The grand introduction. The day of Lyanna's introduction to human society arrived with a sense of anticipation and hope. The crew of the Starbound Hope accompanied her to a secure facility where the event would take place. The facility had been chosen for its neutrality and security, ensuring that both human and Karen representatives could attend without fear of conflict. As Lyanna and the crew arrived, they were greeted by a delegation of dignitaries and officials from both species. The atmosphere was charged with a mixture of curiosity and tension. For many, this was the first time they had ever seen a member of the Karen species, and the significance of the moment was not lost on anyone. Claire took the lead, addressing the gathered crowd with a speech that highlighted the importance of unity and cooperation. She spoke of the crew's bravery and compassion, emphasizing the need for mutual understanding and respect. Her words resonated deeply with those in attendance, setting the tone for the rest of the event. Lyanna, still recovering but visibly stronger, stood beside Claire as she spoke. When it was her turn to address the crowd, she did so with grace and humility. Through the translation devices, she shared her gratitude for the crew's actions and expressed her hope for a future where humans and Karens could coexist peacefully. Her words were met with applause and approval from both sides. The event continued with a series of presentations and discussions aimed at fostering dialogue and building bridges between the two species. Representatives from both human and Karen societies shared their perspectives, highlighting the common values and goals that united them. The crew of the Starbound Hope played a central role in these discussions, sharing their experiences and insights gained from their time with Lyanna. As the day progressed, the initial tension gave way to a sense of camaraderie and shared purpose. The event concluded with a formal agreement between human and Karen representatives, pledging to work together towards a future of peace and cooperation. This historic moment was marked by a ceremonial exchange of gifts, symbolizing the beginning of a new era in interspecies relations. Back at the secret bunker, the crew reflected on the journey that had brought them to this point. They knew that their actions had set in motion a series of events that would have far-reaching consequences. The bond they had formed with Lyanna had not only saved her life, but had also opened the door to a future of understanding and collaboration between their two species. The crew's dedication to Lyanna's well-being had transformed their mission from a routine patrol into a pivotal moment in history. Their actions had demonstrated the power of compassion and cooperation, showing that even the smallest acts of kindness could lead to profound change. As they prepared to return to their duties, they did so with a renewed sense of purpose and a commitment to building a better future for all. Challenges ahead. With the initial introduction behind them, the crew of the Starbound Hope knew that the road ahead would not be without its challenges. The agreement between humans and Karens had set the stage for cooperation, but there were still many obstacles to overcome. Both sides needed to work together to address the complexities of their newfound relationship. One of the immediate concerns was ensuring Lyanna's safety. While the event had been a success, there were still factions within both societies that viewed the alliance with suspicion. Mark and his team took on the responsibility of providing security for Lyanna, ensuring that she was protected from any potential threats. They implemented a comprehensive security plan, coordinating with both human and Karen authorities to safeguard her well-being. At the same time, Dr. Vane continued to monitor Lyanna's health. The journey and the stress of the event had taken a toll on her, and it was crucial that she receive the care she needed to fully recover. Dr. Vane's expertise and dedication ensured that Lyanna's medical needs were met, and her condition continued to improve under the watchful eyes of the team. As Lyanna regained her strength, she began to take on a more active role in the efforts to build trust between their species. She participated in various cultural exchange programs, sharing her knowledge and experiences with humans, and learning more about their way of life in return. These exchanges were crucial in breaking down barriers and fostering mutual understanding. Mark and Lyanna's bond grew stronger during this time. They often spoke about their hopes and dreams for the future, discussing ways in which their species could work together to overcome common challenges. Mark's straightforward nature and Lyanna's wisdom created a unique dynamic that was both inspiring and hopeful. Despite the progress being made, there were still moments of tension and conflict. Some members of both societies struggled to accept the new reality, clinging to old prejudices and fears. The crew of the Starbound Hope remained vigilant, working tirelessly to address these issues and promote a message of unity and cooperation. One of the key initiatives that emerged from these efforts was the establishment of a joint research program. Scientists and researchers from both species came together to explore new technologies and advancements that could benefit all. This collaborative effort not only advanced their scientific understanding, but also served as a tangible example of what could be achieved through cooperation. As the weeks turned into months, the initial skepticism began to fade. The successful collaboration on various projects and the positive interactions between humans and Karens started to build a foundation of trust. The crew of the Starbound Hope played a pivotal role in this process, acting as ambassadors of goodwill and bridging the gap between their two worlds. Dr. Vane's innovative approaches to healthcare and her dedication to reducing linguistic and cultural barriers proved to be invaluable assets. Her work with Lyanna and other Karen patients showcased the potential for a future where medical knowledge and expertise could be shared for the benefit of all. This, in turn, inspired other healthcare professionals to adopt similar practices, further strengthening the bonds between their species. A new dawn. As time passed, the efforts of the crew and the broader community bore fruit. The alliance between humans and Karens grew stronger, built on a foundation of trust, cooperation, and shared goals. The initial encounter that had started as a desperate rescue mission had blossomed into a profound and lasting relationship. Lyanna had become a symbol of this new era. Her recovery and integration into human society were seen as a testament to what could be achieved through compassion and collaboration. She continued to play an active role in the cultural exchange programs, inspiring others with her story and advocating for continued cooperation. The joint research program had yielded significant advancements, benefiting both species. Breakthroughs in technology, medicine, and environmental sustainability were shared openly, showcasing the potential for a brighter future when knowledge and resources were pooled together. The collaboration had also led to a deeper understanding of each other's cultures and values, fostering a sense of unity that transcended the boundaries of space. Mark and Lyanna's friendship remained a cornerstone of this new era. Their bond served as a reminder of the power of empathy and the importance of seeing beyond differences. Together, they worked on various initiatives aimed at promoting peace and understanding, their efforts resonating with people from both species. Dr. Vane's contributions to healthcare continued to be recognized and celebrated. Her innovative approaches had set new standards for medical care, and her work with Karen patients had paved the way for greater inclusivity and cultural sensitivity in healthcare. She had become a leading voice in advocating for equitable treatment and access to healthcare for all, regardless of their origin. As the alliance flourished, the crew of the Starbound Hope reflected on their journey. They had faced numerous challenges and uncertainties, but their unwavering commitment to doing what was right had led them to this moment. Their actions had not only saved a life, but had also forged a path towards a future where humans and Karens could coexist in harmony. The secret bunker, once a place of refuge and recovery, had transformed into a symbol of hope and resilience. It stood as a testament to the power of compassion and the impact of small acts of kindness. The crew knew that their mission was far from over, but they were ready to face whatever challenges lay ahead with the same determination and resolve that had brought them this far. As they prepared to embark on their next journey, they did so with a renewed sense of purpose and a deep understanding of the importance of their work. They had witnessed firsthand the potential for change and the profound impact that their actions could have on the future. With Lyanna by their side and the support of their allies, they were ready to continue their mission of building a better world for all. The story of the Starbound Hope and its crew was a reminder that even in the vast expanse of space, compassion and cooperation could bridge the greatest of divides. Their journey had shown that when people came together with open hearts and minds, they could achieve the extraordinary and pave the way for a brighter, more unified future.